Hello and welcome back to another Honkai Star video, and as I mentioned previously, 3.0 is upon us in a bit, and here comes my promise on the video about the banners that will be coming in 3.0, which is a lot. Right, let's just take a look at what banners will be on 3.0. So, first of all, we have the first phase, right, for the wall, which is going to be the Hatter. And 3 reruns here. We have Lingsha, Facial, and Jade. Second phase will have Aglaya, with the rerun banner being Boot Heel, Robin, and Silverwolf. You can see why I want to make this video is because there are so many characters that you can pull in this patch in 3.0, right? Already made it in a type of tier list. Not exactly tier list, but I'm actually going to tell you what to pull and what not to pull depends on your account and which focus are you going to be on. So let's just straight get into the main point. So first of all, take a look at your account and take a look which one do you want to pursue. First, let's go with Super Brick. Super Brick is still highly valuable in Honkai Star Rail. It is still a very one of the most used teams in clearing MOC and also to clear Pure Fiction and even to clear bosses, right? To clear Apocalyptic Shadow. So Super Brick is overall still very in the meta, so should you want to pull for Super Brick team, make sure you have the DPS first, right? The DPS here that I'm talking about is either, Firefly or Rappa, right? So if you have Firefly or Rappa, then go for Lingsha, right? Boot Heel is okay, that's why I put him here. I did not put him in Don't Pull, but he's like a 50-50 for me because, not gonna lie, Super Brick is kind of best when it comes to AoE. So like especially with Lingsha on the team, so like Firefly or Rappa would be best. Firefly more recommended because it's she implants weakness while Rappa does not, which restricts her to imaginary weakness only, right? So, and another bonus, if you pulled for Fugue and actually got her too, and that would be best, right? With best scenario, because you already have Lingsha, you have Lingsha if you pulled for her and you got her, and then you go with Fugue, you already have your DPS. Any of these three would be fine, and really all you're just missing is a Harmony, which is Rame, which you probably can get her on her rerun. You can just wait, right? But basically your Super Brick team is basically almost done, and if you don't have Rame, maybe you can just slot in a HMC, right? It's really up to you on how you want to go with Super Brick, but at the very least you have a healer to go on the team with a DPS and a Harmony support of whichever you have, right? So if you're going for Super Brick, I highly recommend you to go for Lingsha if you don't have a healer. Though on the other side, if you don't have a DPS, I do not really recommend you to pull for Boot Heel because he is a single target. But he is good for bosses. So for example, Apocalyptic Shadow, you can probably use him and he'll be good, right? So let's go to the next one. Now we're gonna go through the rerun characters first, and we're gonna go through the limited one, right? So Lingsha is done. Now what about Facial? Now Facial means it's a follow-up attack team, right? It's a follow-up attack team, and as the name suggests, because it's a follow-up attack team, that only means one thing, right? You need Robin. Robin is very high priority here. Not gonna lie, Robin is very high priority. For me, it's much better to go for Robin first in the second phase for her rerun and then go for Facial. If you have Robin, then you can go for Facial. Otherwise, I don't really recommend you, because me myself, I don't have Robin, and I mean Facial still okay, but again, it's best if you have Robin, right? Because not only she gives a huge value to a follow-up attack team, she also can give huge value to your other teams, right? That's why I always recommend people to pull for Harmony first, right? So make Robin one of your higher priorities if you want to go for follow-up attack team and possible Harmony for your other teams, right? So only after you have Robin that you can go for facial. So it's gonna be like this. That's gonna be our priority right there. So because facial team is very low invest, you don't need a full 5-star character. For example, you can go with Moses, for example. Here you can use him to pair with facial. You can for example, you can also use the new march here, which is another follow-up attack, which is totally fine. And you can see you already have a team here. Pretty simple, right? But make your one number priority to go for Robin and then go for facial. Okay, understand? So for healer preservation, it's up to you. You can just use your, you can use Fusion or really anyone you really like. It's really up to you. Just do one preservation or one tanker basically, right? And there will be your follow-up attack team. Pretty simple, right? Not that high invested, but again, Robin is your top priority and facial. So let's go to the next one. So next one will be Jade. Jade is not really recommended to pull. As you can see here, I put her below with Silverwolf just only because her skill is only good for pure fiction. That's number one. Second, she's very niche. Yeah, she's very niche, so she's not that good. If you want her, then feel free to pull for her, but in meta wise, she's really rarely used and she's a very niche, so I would recommend against pulling her and spend your stellar jets on the other units with higher values, which can also clear pure fiction, for example the Hertha, right? So yes, I highly against pulling for Jade. That will be for the rerun. Now for the main dish in the first phase, which is the Hertha, highly recommend if you want to actually clear pure fiction with her, with the possibility of actually being able to clear some bosses. Depends on her damage scaling. I have not tested her, so this is only on a pure assumption, but you can go for pure comfy clear on PF with her, because I think she scales very good with like AoE characters. So the more AoE target characters you have on your team, the higher damage she's going to get. I believe her damage is not that bad or to a single target as well, but yeah, it's still I'm still going to test her later on when she release, and I'll make another guide on that. But for now, her priority list on polling is I think around mid. I still think that like Harmony, like Robin, should still be your high priority, and maybe if you don't have a healer, go for Lingsha because she's an awesome healer as well. So that's for the main one, right? Let's go to the second phase and go to the rerun first. Boot heal, I already told you. Boot heal you can pull if you like his gameplay and you like his style. Super big DPS, single target. However, feel free to pull for him. He's not that bad, but he's just very niche, right? Robin, as I told you already, Robin is very highly recommended to pull if you don't have a good Harmony especially, or you want to build your follow-up attack team, then it's highly recommended to pull for her first before you pull for anyone else. So she is one of the higher priority on the list for the rerun banners. Silverwolf, highly against pulling Silverwolf because sadly she is literally just out of the meta right now. There are tons of other characters that can self-implement weakness, for example like Firefly, and otherwise she applies debuffs only to one enemy, and I mean she can be used if you have her from the early days, but she is not really recommended to pull right now because she's just out of the meta, right? So yeah, Silverwolf and Jade should be an easy skip in my opinion for those two. And let's get to the main dish for phase 2, which is Aglaia. Okay, this is what everyone's been talking about, right? Whether to pull for the Hertha or Aglaia. Purely thinking, I believe you should make your high priority to be Aglaia first and then the Hertha. If you're only talking about the new units and you can only pull one and you don't care about the rerun units, why? Because first of all, she's a new Remembrance character, which means highly likely that she's going to be the new meta alongside the Remembrance MC that I put here on the summon. So Remembrance, right? Another thing is that especially if you pull for my boy Sunday, right? Highly recommend, even more better to pull a Glare, because Sunday skills, his buff actually is better when the character has a summon, and as you know, every remembrance character for now has a summon. Next is that if you pair her with a remembrance MC, we're going to have true damage, another new mechanic that I think will be insanely broken, like how they introduced Super Brick to us and it was super broken till today, right? Let me just put Rame there. So other than that, it's also the fact that it's future proof, right? Which means that you're going to use her going forward like a lot, because the MOC and the other stuff is going to just go around this remembrance path, this new path, right? Also, if you have our general Jingyan, also good to be paired with him, I guess so, maybe. But this is basically the summon team, I believe, for now. Remembrance MC, and you can go with Agreya, Sunday, and Jingyan, I guess, if you want to go for the 0 cycle clears with no healers or whatsoever. But again, future right now, the most future-proof meta looking is summon or remembrance, basically, right? So to sum it up, this whole video, higher priority on the event new limited characters would be Agleia and then the Herta, right? And then for the rerun banners, if you don't have a good harmony, go for Robin first, and then you can go for Fisher if you want to go for follow-up attack team. If you want to build your Super Brick team, however, go for Lingsha first if you don't have any healers on any of your team, any decent healers or sustainers. And then you can go for Boot Heal if you're missing a Super Brick DPS, a single target one. And after that, you can go for the Herta if you want to finish off Pure Fiction. Very good indeed. And for the don't pull for Jade or Silver Wolf, because they are not that valuable in the meta right now. So that's basically it for this video. Hopefully this video can help you with choosing who to pull for 3.0. Good luck everyone, because they dropped a huge banner on us already. And let me know how your pulls go once the banner goes live. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. And peace everyone. Enjoy your day. This is DY and I'm out. Peace.